Welcome to the deep dive. If you've ever, stared down a Monday morning, feeling that familiar weight of overwhelm, maybe wishing for a clearer path forward, well, you are absolutely in the right place today.
Mm-hmm.
We've been digging through some really insightful material from recent Mindful Monday
Yeah,
segments.
some powerful stuff there.
Totally. And today we're pulling out the key nuggets to help you transform that feeling into, well, a genuine blueprint for progress and impact. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's explore how you can make your week and maybe your future truly powerful.
And what we're diving into today, it really goes beyond just, motivation talk.
Yeah.
It's about giving you a concrete framework.
Right. Actionable.
Exactly. Straight from the sources to move forward with real purpose. We're looking at how to take that feeling of being bogged down by your past, what the sources actually call luggage,
Luggage, yeah, I like that term.
and turn it into leverage for your future. The core idea is really clear. We don't just chase abundance, we blueprint it.
Blueprint? Okay.
Yeah, it means moving from these sort of vague hopes to a detailed step-by-step plan. Identifying specific actions, measuring progress, and proactively making sure those actions line up with where you want to go.
So it's intentional.
Deeply intentional. Our goal for you in this deep dive is to really get how you can apply this to genuinely double the value of your future.
That difference, that distinction between just chasing something and actually blueprinting it, that's exactly what grabbed me in these sources.
Mm-hmm.
So our mission today for this deep dive is to pull out that key knowledge, how you can reset your week with intention, really grasp how small, consistent actions can potentially double your impact.
Potentially, yeah.
Exponentially, right? And also reveal a tangible opportunity to contribute to your community in a way that fits perfectly with this whole blueprinting idea.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's set the scene because I think you'll recognize this. Picture this.
Yeah.
It's Monday morning. You're sitting at your kitchen table.
The classic scene.
Totally. Those bills from last week, they're kind of giving you the side eye. Unanswered emails are just blinking.
Screaming at you. Yeah.
Practically screaming. Kids asking for breakfast again. And then there's maybe your mother's photo on the wall, and her eyes just seem to say, "Don't quit."
That weight.
And you whisper, maybe just to yourself, how am I going to do it all? The sources really nail this feeling, acknowledging the weight of, inherited expectations, our mother's dreams, our ancestors' sacrifices, the weight of what we inherit. It feels heavy sometimes, like a rucksack you just can't shake off.
It really does. And what's fascinating, truly fascinating, is how this material takes that exact scenario, that common feeling of being overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and immediately flips it.
Okay.
It turns it into a moment for reflection. It doesn't just leave you there feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Instead, it pushes us, prompts us to ask some really crucial, almost provocative questions.
Like what?
Questions like, who am I showing up for right now? What am I carrying from yesterday that doesn't serve me today? Really basic but deep stuff.
Yeah.
Where will my decisions take me by the end of this year? When will I turn my legacy into leverage instead of luggage? That's the key phrase again.
Leverage instead of luggage. Right.
Why should I care? And the answer given is powerful, because legacy is only powerful when it fuels progress. And finally, how will I move today so that my future doubles in value?
Wow. Okay.
So that shift, that fundamental shift from carrying the luggage, all that inherited weight, those expectations that can hold us back, to actually transforming it into leverage, using it to push us forward. That's really the core, the heart of what these sources are getting at.
That idea of turning luggage into leverage, it's incredibly powerful, but, it can feel a bit abstract. Can you give us maybe a quick, concrete example from the material, how someone might actually do that?
Sure.
Let's say their legacy is this strong family tradition of service, maybe community service, but right now they're just feeling swamped by daily life. How do they leverage that instead of just letting it become another thing on the to-do list, another obligation?
Absolutely. That's a great question. The sources describe this compelling example, someone who inherited this deep sense of community responsibility from their grandparents. A significant piece of their legacy luggage.
Right. Heavy luggage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for years, this person felt the pressure, the need to live up to it, but just didn't know how to fit it in with their demanding career, with everything else. So instead of letting that feeling of obligation just weigh them down, they blueprinted a solution.
Okay, so they planned it out.
Precisely.
What?
They leveraged skills. They already had professional networking skills built up over years and used those skills to organize a small, very focused mentorship program for at-risk youth in their area.
Using existing strengths.
Exactly. Leveraging what they had. What started as just a few hours a month, really fueled by that inherited value of service, it quickly grew. They turned that abstract value, that feeling of responsibility, into something tangible, actionable, a project that now impacts dozens of lives.
So the passion became the fuel.
Became the fuel for progress, yeah.
Yeah.
Actively showing how personal history, personal experience can become this powerful force for change when you apply it intentionally.
That makes it so much clearer. And the sources, they don't just leave us with these big questions. They actually offer immediate practical tools, too, for resetting your mindset, like right in that tough moment.
Yeah, like that breathwork reminder.
Exactly. That simple, but honestly incredibly powerful breathwork reminder. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Repeat.
Simple cadence.
Super simple. And the sources stress this isn't just about calming down, though it does that too. It's about intentionally creating a physiological pause.
Taking back control.
Giving you back control, exactly. And it's paired with a daily affirmation. My pause is power. I reset, refocus, and rebuild with intention. It's all about deliberately turning that pause into progress, literally catching your breath to, get back on your feet.
That pauses power. I like that.
Me too. Now, this next insight from the sources really got me thinking because it sounds like high finance stuff, but it seems to have applications way beyond just the boardroom. They introduced something called the Rule of 72.
Ah, yes, the Rule of 72.
It's actually a pretty straightforward financial idea, right? You take the number 72, divide it by your annual rate of return, your interest rate, basically.
Right.
And that tells you how many years it takes for your initial investment to double. So, the example given, 8% return. 72 divided by 8 equals 9 years. Your money doubles in 9 years.
Simple math.
Simple math. Get a 12% return consistently. 72 divided by 12, that's 6 years. Boom. It's a basic equation, but it really shows the power of exponential growth over time.
And this is where it gets really interesting if we connect it back to the bigger picture. The Rule of 72, as these materials really vividly illustrate, it isn't just about money doubling.
Okay.
It's a powerful metaphor, really, for exponential growth in pretty much any area of life that needs consistent, focused effort.
So it's a principle.
It's a principle. The sources apply it directly to personal impact, community impact, explaining that small, consistent actions, whether you're investing in yourself, your business, maybe your relationships, or your community, those actions can double your influence, double your impact, often much faster than you might think. We're not just talking money doubling here. We're talking legacy influence, the tangible change you create.
Wow.
This principle really highlights how consistent, intentional effort, especially when it's focused in the right areas, leads to significant growth, sometimes surprisingly rapid expansion.
That's a really powerful way to reframe things like habit building or learning. But, for those of us not deep in finance, what's a common trap the sources might warn about when trying to apply this doubling idea to something like, say, personal habits or learning a new skill?
Good question.
Is it just about doing more stuff, or is it really about that focused consistency you mentioned and, what even is the rate of return for learning Spanish or something?
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And it's exactly where the sources add a really critical layer of understanding. The trap isn't just about doing more, no. It's about a lack of focused consistency and, crucially, strategic effort.
Strategic effort. Okay.
For personal habits or skills, the rate of return isn't some bank percentage. It's measured by, let's say, the quality, the intensity, and the strategic application of your consistent actions.
So how well you do it, not just how often.
Exactly. Take your language learning example. Spending an hour a day just passively listening. That might give you a small return, sure, but an hour a day of active, deliberate practice, talking with a tutor, maybe immersing yourself, focused study on grammar and vocab, that's a much higher rate of return.
Got it. Higher intensity, smarter work.
Right. The sources really emphasize that the doubling effect comes from figuring out the highest leverage activities within your consistent effort. Not just any old effort. It's about being smart with your consistency, not just busy.
That clarity is so valuable. Okay, so what does this whole blueprinted philosophy combined with this Rule of 72 idea, what does it mean for you listening right now? How can we put these insights into practice in a really concrete way? The sources actually pit it here. to a powerful real-world example of how these principles, consistent action, doubling impact, can be applied immediately. And it's through supporting our veterans.
Yeah, this brings us to a really crucial point. How can we tangibly invest? Invest in our community, invest in our legacy, mirroring those small, consistent strategic actions we've just been talking about.
Right. Where's the opportunity?
Well, the 9th Annual Veterans Ball, it's scheduled for Saturday, November 15th, 2025, at Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater, Florida. This is presented in the sources as a prime opportunity to do exactly that.
Okay, the Veterans Ball.
It's an evening designed specifically to honor those who served. There's celebration, networking, live music, comedy, powerful stories. But it's also directly funding programs for veterans and initiatives like the Phenomenally Women's Society.
So it's celebration and impact.
Precisely. It's a vivid illustration of how blueprinting community support actually works in practice. You're not just donating, you're participating in a planned, impactful event.
And the sources, they definitely convey a sense of agency around this event. They note that ticket sales aren't where they should be yet, but they also express this deep faith in the community, saying, our community shows up when it matters, and this matters.
That belief is powerful.
It really is.
Yeah.
This isn't just, a gala. It's an evening for veterans, their families, and everyone who believes in honoring those who served. Early bird tickets are $85, and it's just a direct chance to activate that blueprint it philosophy, make it real.
Tangible action.
Very tangible. And for all the details, tickets, sponsorships, donating, if you can't make it, you can find everything at theuniqueumbrelleffect.com.
Theuniqueumbrelleffect.com.
Got it.
That's the spot. One landing page connects you to everything you need.
And the why here, it's so important, as the sources remind us, because freedom isn't free.
Hits home. It does. Your support, your ticket purchase, your sponsorship, it directly funds vital programs for veterans. It also contributes to the ongoing work of initiatives like the Phenomenally Women's Society, which does incredible work empowering women through programs like Sisters Feeding Sisters.
So it ripples out.
It absolutely ripples out. This event is more than just a fundraiser. It's really a demonstration of collective blueprinting to create measurable positive impact.
And it's worth pointing out, too, that this whole commitment to blueprinting abundance, it extends beyond just this one event, right? The sources mention other initiatives that really embody this same spirit.
That's right.
Like when we talk about turning personal challenges into leverage, there's a book mentioned, I found out I had breast cancer on my lunch break.
Wow.
Yeah, described as a testament to resilience, finding strength in adversity. It's available now. And that really shows how one person's journey can become a blueprint, a source of strength for others.
Turning pain into purpose.
Exactly. And you can also find other resources, journals, creative services that support this whole philosophy via their link tree. It's a really holistic approach, emphasizing how these consistent, intentional actions can ripple out into all sorts of impact. Oh, and a special thanks is given to Kathy Hare and the Unique Umbrella Effect for partnering to make the Veterans Ball happen. It really shows the power of collaborative blueprint.
Collaboration is key.
Definitely. So my friends, as these sources so powerfully remind us, Monday doesn't have to be a burden. It can be a blueprint.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to intentionally design your week, your impact, your future. It really all comes back to that core philosophy, tying it all together. We don't chase abundance, we blueprint it.
We blueprint it.
Yeah.
And the insights from these sources, they really leave us with a challenge, a stark personal challenge. Our veterans are waiting, our communities are watching. The question is not if we will show up, it's how.
It's about the how.
It's about the how. This isn't just about feeling obligated. It's about defining your own contribution, your own commitment to actually blueprinting a better future. So the question for you, listening right now, is, how will you participate?
What's your move?
What's your move? Will you buy a ticket? Sponsor a table? Maybe just share this vital message. Because today, as the sources really emphasize, we blueprint it by honoring those who've sacrificed everything for us.
It's a powerful call to action. And here's a final thought to maybe carry with you. Think about this. How might showing up for this one event, contributing to this one cause, how might that ripple out and actually double the value of your own legacy?
Interesting connection.
Yeah, in ways you might not even foresee right now. It's definitely something powerful to consider as you head into your week.